an April Fool's joke, but he told me that it wasn't. It blindsided me and it broke my heart. So my best friend convinced me to go to a bar, and I met a guy and we had insane chemistry. So we decided to go home together, but we wouldn't exchange last names or contact information. Well, I ended up pregnant, and when I went back to his apartment to tell him, he had moved. So fast forward to now, and my daughter needs emergency surgery, and guess who is her surgeon? Only he doesn't know it's his daughter he's operating on, and I'm going to have to tell him.
If you want to know how it goes, read the book.
This is words you may have learned through books and therefore pronounce incorrectly. Part 3. And it's a challenge. I'll put a word on the screen, you say it first, and then I'll give you the correct American English pronunciation. No cheating. Colonel. Myrtle. Beasts. Breasts. Nature. Mature. Swam. Swan. Couth. Cooch. And finally, hemorrhage.
I don't know. I really don't know.
There will come a soldier who carries a mighty sword. He will tear your city down. Olay, olay, O Lord. Olay, 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 O Lord.
These are the books that have been absolutely flying off of our shelves this month. First off, we have Jeanette McCurdy's memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died. If you see this on the shelf, absolutely snag it. As someone who's read it myself, I can tell you it is 100% worth the hype. Colleen Hoover is always flying off the shelves, especially, of course, It Ends With Us. Stephen King is back and better than ever. A lot of people are saying that this might be one of his best. The third book in Richard Osman's Thursday Murder Club series came out, so of course it's been selling like hotcakes. We all know that BookTok is too powerful, so of course all of our BookTok books tend to fly off the shelves. This one in particular has been doing well for spoopy season. And last but not least, we have Babel, or is it Babel? We all love the Poppy War. By all accounts, this one's even better. I personally am so excited to read this one.
But narrowed down to 5, so here are my top 7 favorite fantasy books written by women authors. And these are in no particular order. I adore all things T. Kingfisher, but Nettle and Bone is still my favorite book by them. This is a slim little book that packs a punch, and in this one, the princess needs to kill the prince. This is one of the most fun books I've read in a long time. The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi is historical fantasy. In this one, our main character is a 40-something-year-old former pirate dragged back to a life of piracy. So you've got pirates, krakens, the most useless demon ever. This book is an absolute blast. 10,000 Doors of January is one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. This is a portal fantasy, and the writing will just sweep you away. I absolutely loved it. Every Heart a Doorway. This is the first book in the Wayward Children series. You can read this as a standalone, but trust me, once you read this, you're going to want to read the rest. This is another slim little book, just a stunning novel. And in this one, what happens when you've been through another world and you have to come back home? How do you deal with that? For those of you that prefer to have your fantasy be a dark romance, One Dark Window. You guys are sleeping on this. This book is absolutely incredible. First in duology. I cannot wait for the sequel. And in this one, the monster lives in the protagonist's head. Don't come as a surprise, because I never shut up about my love for Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is a historical fantasy, also beautifully written. And in this one, we have a professor who wants to learn more about the Fae, but these are malevolent, spiteful Fae. This book absolutely has my heart. Also the first in the series, but it reads as a standalone, and I cannot wait for the sequel on this one as well. And last but not least, we have Cackle. This is actually more horror than fantasy, but I think if you like a lot of things that you find in fantasy, you'll also enjoy this book. This is a fiercely feminist tale in which a woman moves to an upstate New York town and finds a rather witchy friend who may be too good to be true. This is a ride, and it is fantastic. Oh, and also if you are a fantasy fan and you think you don't like horror, this may be a good place to just sort of dip your toes and see how you feel about it.
Gone, he's on the run, and your daddy's here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy.
Guys,
300,000 people have read my manga in the last 3 weeks. Do you know what this means? In the month of January, a series written by me was read more than any title published by Marvel or DC. Even though people were racist towards my characters and told me nobody would take a black manga protagonist seriously, people are really enjoying the story. Most of the people that follow me don't even know that I run my own manga company. But my friends have been telling me to talk about it more publicly. So if you've watched any shonen anime this season, read my series, The Uncommons. Obviously, people are saying things like this for a reason.
The best book I've read so far this year, and it'll be tough to top it, brings some pretty heavy subject matter to life in a pretty hilarious way using a really unique structure. And that book is The Overstory by Richard Powers.
I love people that say that Dr. Seuss is not triggering to them and like they can never be triggered by a children's book. You guys would hate what I read to my daughter every night. A is for awesome, feminist, all about women leaders. Don't call me princess. Girls are like more than princesses. I know, it's crazy. 3, 2, 1, awesome. Same thing, more like feminist bullshit. I clean like daddy. Boys can clean. Crazy. Little Leaders. This is about black women in history. Great book. Meet Polka Dot. It's about a trans child and how to respect trans children. Baby Feminist talks about historical figures and how they were definitely feminists when they were babies.
I don't give a fuck who talk behind my back, cause the bitch knew better than to let me hear. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, hands on my knees, hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, hands on my knees. Hoes say they wish a bitch would, and I'm a genie. Bitch so hot, gotta stay in bikinis. He got a girl, but he keep begging to see me. I love it when a nigga got a mouth full of BBs. No, I'm not a patient, but I let him treat me. I gotta be a doctor, how I'm ordering CCs. Go to your place, no face, no case. 99% tint in a blacked out race. I remember hoes used to clap for me happily. Now I'm bossed up and them same hoes mad at me, acting like they rhyme whole time.
And here are some books either by trans or non-binary authors or books featuring trans characters. Remember that as we uplift the trans community this week, we will still continue to strive to incorporate these stories throughout our lifelong reading journeys. If you wish to participate, I've tagged some amazing creators for you to get more information and book recommendations. Happy reading!
Action Man? Who the hell's that? Oh my god, no, it's John Wick.
I have a challenge for you. Okay. You have 2 minutes. I'm going to find all of the Wattpad books here that you can.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. We've got Whistleblower. Okay.
Nope. This minutes so fast. Oh. Ruin. Okay. Last City. Whoa. Flashy. Okay. Right. Look on here.
We've got minute 10.
Gaslight.
Okay.
Oh, Swallow. Oh. That one's sneaky. Locker Shade. Float.
30 seconds left.
Okay, sorry. Now 3. You with me? She's with me? Stay with me. Wait, oh, 4. Still with me. Oh my gosh.
That's the last one.
Okay.
Okay, we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wow.
That's so good.
Books. Books, she has found, are a way to live 1,000 lives, or to find strength in a very long one.
Nice.
Are you wondering why girls 11 to 14 don't look like this anymore? And yes, that's me. So there's actually a reason. There's a recurring and cyclical trend that marketers call KGOY, which just stands for Kids Getting Older Younger. It describes younger children wanting to emulate maturity or appear older. So then they adopt the media or the type of products that an older audience typically uses or consumes. And the older audience that it was typically intended for grows out of it or assumes that they're too old for it. And the younger audience fully absorbs whatever that thing is as their own. For example, this is a Lip Smackers ad from the 70s, and here's one from 2000. In this book, Ornstein talks about what's at stake when this continually happens, and she even questions if there will be a point in time where childhood is just completely unrecognizable, or if it even exists in terms of media.
Do your parents complain that you go to sleep late and wake up late? Well, according to Matthew's research, teenagers' brain release melatonin 2 to 3 hours later than their parents. So, you're not lazy, it's biology.
My favorite new product on the site.
If you're a fan of Brandon Sanderson, you're not going to believe it. He just walked through the front door of my bookstore to deliver something. Hello?
Hey, I got a delivery here for Reed Moon.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is that Kickstarter thing that I signed up for.
Yeah, a year ago. Yeah.
Have you heard about it?
I might have been involved a little bit.
Well, come on in.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what's in here?
Yeah.
Wow, what is this?
Yeah, well, we decided, for special people, we would hand deliver them.
Hand deliver
Yes,
them.
yes.
Wow, that is
Yes.
great.
I work over there.
I hear this guy's a great author.
He's overly fond of salt.
Oh, there's a book in here.
I hear you know something about books.
I've sold a book or two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this is the author, Brandon Sanderson.
Yep.
Have you met him?
Yeah. We hang out.
Tress of the Emerald Sea.
Mm-hmm.
That is a cool-looking book.
Yeah, you got to see it. You should see the illustrations. They are spectacular.
And thank you for the special delivery.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Hope to meet this guy one day if I like the book.
Yeah, bring him some salt. That's what I hear.
I will do that. Thanks a bunch.